Hey guys! Welcome back to another episode of Wine and Whispers. So I'm really excited about this one.
You are?
I am.
I didn't think you wanted to do this one.
So I'm excited because I feel like I think differently than most people.
Okay.
So I'm excited, like, oh well, I don't mind talking about it.
Okay.
I feel like
I was a little bit not a prudish, but I was like, I don't know that she'd be full comfortable if we have this conversation.
I'm not a prude.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I learned that on the car ride. I was like, oh yes! She's okay with this.
Oh yeah, I'm not a prude. I'm not a prude at all. So guys, we're talking about let's talk about.
Oh, you were singing one song. I was singing
What
another
were you
song.
singing?
Pleasure Principle.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking.
I am not Janet Jackson, but then again, she can't do the high notes either.
Oh,
Love her. Great entertainer. Horrible singer. Come for me if you want to. I love her. She's an icon. She's great.
She's a legend.
She's amazing. But we know the vocals weren't there. It's okay.
She can dance.
She can dance. She can act. She's a great entertainer.
You know, J-Lo is coming out in the movie. Sorry, I just say this because we're talking about this. Who can act? She's been in Hoboken the past couple of days.
No,
she can't act. Anyway, let's talk about sex,
baby.
Let's talk about
you. Well, not you and me, but the song.
You and me. Yeah, it's not you and me.
Oh, love you, but not that.
No, right. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page. Okay, let's uncork and unwind.
Okay, so today.
Oh, I always mean to wine and pour at the same time. What are we drinking?
Hold on, I stumbled upon this by accident. I was like, oh, Snoop's face is on here? No, but this is years ago, though. Not recently.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
I've tried the red one. Red wines gives me headaches, makes me sleepy. No.
I agree.
So let me try the rosé. The rosé.
Good.
The rosé. And it's going to be right up your alley.
My alley.
Yes, ma'am.
And your alley.
Yep. So 19 Crimes. What do they have? They had what's the mafia boss? The big mafia boss back in the day. Ooh. Look at me wasting.
Oh, the one that got arrested because of tax evasion.
Yeah, Gotti.
Oh, I was thinking Capone. Okay.
I think it is Capone. Maybe Capone, Gotti. I don't know.
Capone's the one who got arrested because of tax evasion, not for actually being a mob boss.
Okay. Well, whoever it is, they got him on. They have a whole bunch of different people, and so they got Snoop on here.
Because Snoop is a mob boss. He is, but
his rosé. And I don't know if they actually have a say-so in the taste and how they.
Oh, you mean the man?
Yeah, but I'm sure he gets paid because his face is on here.
I was about to say, I feel like Snoop wouldn't put his face on something that. Oh, I wasn't. I feel like Snoop wouldn't put his face on something that
if he wasn't getting paid.
Not even that he didn't test. He definitely had to have some type of input. Because if I was Snoop, which I wish I was, Snoop living all the side quests.
Yeah.
That's okay. Snoop living.
It was just a snippet. It was never supposed to be for long.
Okay. Snoop living all the side quests, and I love this for him. He completed the main quest. He completed his mission. Now he's doing all the side quests to finish his storyline. Okay, and I love this for Snoop.
Except he had a snafu.
What's snafu?
Where he performed at the inauguration this year.
Oh, I want you to know that I blocked that out of my brain.
I can't unblock it. I can't unblock him. I can't unblock Nelly.
I blocked both of them out. Yeah, I did. Okay. But that's cheers. Cheers.
Bottom. That's how we get the perfect. Here we go.
Oh, this is tart. Oh, that's delicious.
And it picks up at the end with a little sweet for me.
Oh, it's so tart. I don't even care about the sweetness at the end.
I'm surprised we didn't have this before.
Feel that tart?
I do. Do you feel that tart? Right on target. I love it.
I wasn't meant to be. Okay.
All right. So, this topic came about for a number of different reasons. People have mentioned, like, why don't we do a topic about intimacy, right? And I think what solidified it for me was I saw a post come across my feed. Of course, it's always a post, right? It's always a post. And this young lady is ranting. It's a stitch, like someone posts someone else's post, and she's intervening and cracking jokes on the post.
Like she's interacting to it, the post.
Right, she's responding to the girl's post.
Okay.
And it had me thinking, like, sis, what rock have you been living under? She, for some reason, in her mind, is preaching to the masses that you, like, almost like, so she goes on to say, she goes, women, I can't stand it when women complain that they're too tired to pleasure their men. That's life. She goes, you must do it. It is your job and your obligation to be able to fulfill your man and keep him happy at home. No. She was a sister. Or she looks as though she has some type of
melanin,
multiple ethnicities in her. Okay. But you can tell that she has melanated skin. Okay. I'm not going to say she's a sister because I don't know. Okay. And she's like, I had to train my mind to be able to make sure that even if I'm not in the mood, I need to be able to deliver.
That's not life. Wait, stop. What?
And that sex is not for our pleasure. I don't know.
Sex is for our pleasure.
I don't know what rock you're living under, my love, and I feel really, really sorry for you that you have not been taught properly. But it's a two-way street when it comes to
it absolutely
sex and pleasure.
Wait a minute. If you
go ahead.
If you getting some, I'm getting some. Like, if you happy, I'm supposed to be happy.
Right. We're both supposed to have a happy ending.
Right. It's not because I got you off and then I'm supposed to sit down and be like, all right, we good. What? No, it's I got you off. Okay, my turn. Or it's I got happy.
Right.
All right, let me help you out. I got you.
Right.
Absolutely.
There's supposed to be fulfillment, and this is where true intimacy comes, because a lot of times people think intimacy is just the physical. But if you're doing it right, intimacy begins from the mental.
That's how it starts,
right? Through the physical touch, and I don't mean like penetration. I mean like talking about like touch. Cuddles, hugging, like joking around, words of affirmation.
Speaking of love languages,
right? The different love languages that are out there. I have my phone is over there.
Do you need my phone?
Just the different layers of the love languages. And then yes, obviously it ends off with the deed, but you got to build that up. That's all part of the foreplay. People think foreplay is just oral sex. It's not.
There's so much more.
Foreplay is different for every person because everyone needs to be aroused differently.
Right. Like, so everyone's going to react differently to different things, right? Someone can like that you caress their face, but someone can think that you treat them like a baby.
Right.
Like, it goes so many different aspects and different ways when it comes to having sex in general. Like, it can't just be.
And know your partner, know what their needs are. And, so like, my things to get me there are going to be different from what my partner is, right? And I need to be able to recognize what they like, bring it to them, and vice versa. They should be able to respond and give it to me, and then we meet up in the middle. And for a lot of people, I need you to understand this.
Okay, sorry. I'm coming back to you. There's 5 love languages that have been popularized by Gary Chapman.
Yes, there's a whole book on it.
Yes. So they are words of affirmation. This involves verbal expressions of care and affection, like compliments, encouragement, and words of appreciation. Quality time, which is giving someone your undivided attention and being present without distractions. Receiving gifts emphasizes the importance of thoughtful and meaningful gifts, not necessarily expensive ones.
Right.
Acts of service. This involves expressing love through helpful actions and doing things for your partner. And then the last one, of course, physical touch. Physical expressions of love, such as hugs, holding hands, and intimacy.
Okay. So yeah, sometimes you may have 1. Sometimes you may have 2. Sometimes they may flip-flop. Sometimes they may have 3. But they should be catering to at least minimum one of those acts of your love language to be able to get you kickstarted for at least foreplay. a lot of the times people, and going back to what I was going to say, a lot of times people misconstrue thrusting.
No. Oh my gosh.
For lovemaking.
Or a big ass dick saying that, yeah, I'm a lay down, it's gonna be great.
No.
I hate that.
So men connect physically, right? Women connect emotionally.
I don't.
Most women mentally, emotionally is the key signifier for most women. For most. And then for most men, it's just seeing you naked, doing the act, and then they're done.
Said, seeing you naked.
Seeing you naked. And they're like, I'm all in. And it's like, dude, like, do you want something? Like, do you want something more? That's why why do you think there's lingerie? Oh, it's not for us.
You right, because as I sit here, I'm like, oh yeah,
right. It's for the visuals. Why do you think there's high heels? Why do you think there's red lipstick? There is a science, a psychological science behind all of that. All of that is for the mental display and arousal for men. Red lipstick, red nail polish. Because supposedly, when you're kissed, it brings all the blood vessels to your lips, which is a form of arousal.
So when I get kissed, when he gets kissed,
when he kisses you,
when he kisses me,
it's supposedly, brings a rush of blood or blood vessels to brighten your lips to an arousal stage, which mimics the other lips. Oh, you know what? I love my sociology, psychology classes coming to play today.
About that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, it's true.
Yeah.
Wait, so is it reversal for him? Do blood vessels and blood rush to their lips when they get kissed? Is it just
it can, but it's not this. Again, the world has been designed to accommodate.
It's annoying.
The male.
That's annoying. No offense.
So, and this is why, unfortunately, and I don't mean to get political. There is female circumcision because females aren't supposed to have pleasure because it's a male-dominated world of we exist to pleasure men.
No, we don't. No, we don't. We exist to be pleasured just as much as men exist to be pleasured, and sometimes we should just pleasure ourselves. Not that. All right. Sorry, I'm just saying that annoyed me. The fact.
Did you see how I slipped that in?
I did. I didn't. What did you say? Wait, my brain is catching up to the processing now.
I said the rose. You said we pleasure ourselves. I said the rose.
You did. I caught up. It took me a minute. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Fails. I forget where my brain was going with my mini rant that I was having.
Women are not.
So why can't? Sorry, I found it. So I understand that everything is made, unfortunately, to arouse men. Red lips, heels, lingerie, all that good stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But then it comes to play. Does it work the same way for women when it's a lesbian couple? So you say that men are aroused by visuals. So then, but we have couples who are women and women. Does it work the same way?
It's possible. It's not my realm. I'm not going to tap into that. But those that can,
is it
tap in?
Is that what turns them on? It must, right? Because
it's possible. I mean, a woman's body
is beautiful.
Not only is it beautiful, no shade, but true shade. Man, y'all don't have much to work with on the visual aspect.
They do. Stop. Don't do that to me. Stop.
They've only got one. Like
what is the one?
One true area.
What is the one true area?
Visually?
Yes, it's not their dick, so
it's muscles.
But it's the way that it lays out. So if you have a broad ass back and you have lovely muscles, you have your traps are laid and your doms are good. I'm just like, oh, yup, that looks nice. If you have that V that they be talking about in the front, see, I love a good V.
I love a good that deep
when they have a nice ass back,
deep curve
in that nice ass back.
You got that deep. I gotta say it again. That deep curve.
Yo,
and the shoulder blades look like they're just like inches of like they make a highway.
One of those, and they just
make a little highway.
That's your thing.
That's my thing.
Listen, I understand.
There was this guy in high school. Oof.
He had a deep
He was an athlete. I just go and touch it every now and then.
You are a clown.
I would go and touch it every now and then.
Be like, ooh, that's nice.
Like, sir, where they do that at?
Not here. Was he a melanated man?
Beautifully melanated. He was beautifully chocolate.
Listen, it's the
he was maybe like 2 shades away from purple.
Idris?
No, he was 2 shades from purple.
Oh, he was dark. Hi, melanated man. We love a
baby
good
smooth
melanated
skin,
man.
no imperfection. Baby smooth skin, no imperfections. It was just amazing to touch the little, not just that little highway. Let's call it a highway.
Let's call it a highway. But wait,
a happy trail is nice too, though.
A happy trail, if it's a maintained, I say that again, maintained happy trail. It's a lovely thing. It's nice and lovely, and it's there to tell me where I gotta go. And I'm like, yeah, I'll follow the trail happily. Let me go. What does the airplanes have? The signaling, the lights. Let me signal you down in this direction, girl. You can signal me. Let's go. I will never remember. Nope, I'll never forget. Because I will.
Did you get that far?
I didn't. Maybe I need more. I will never forget. There was this lovely, lovely human being that I met when I was in high school. And it was one of those, I traveled for dance, and so it was at a dance competition. He wasn't there for the competition, but we were staying overnight in a hotel. And so he was in the next hotel, and my friends and I were out gallivanting on the beach. Mind your business. Out gallivanting, happily as we could be. And this lovely man just walks by, and all of us were just like
starstruck
as he's walking, just staring. And then next thing we know, his friends are chasing him, and they were all just as lovely. And it was a nice shade. So they had some melanated boys, they had some white boys, some Hispanic. It was a nice mixture of people, and there were 5 of us.
There were 5?
There were 5 boys.
Stop.
When I tell you it was kismet, I was just like,
Do you see?
Are we going to talk to them? My friends were just like, oh, I don't know. I said, bye. And I led the group. That was awful. I was the person where like, I'm going to go. We didn't know these boys. They were from Ohio.
Okay.
They had a lovely accent. Didn't know Ohioans had an accent, but they do.
Like a Midwesternish.
It's a little twang. It was super cute. Mind you, I was a teenager, right? Super cute. And we just sat on the beach with these boys.
I know that's right.
All fucking night. And then I won and placed in my competition. Ew. But yes, sorry, I had to put that in because I still
I'm glad that all you did was talk on the beach. I'm very proud of you.
We didn't just talk on the beach. Absolutely not.
Okay.
We went in a whole hot tub and had fun.
Different times.
Wait, this is the conversation. I forgot. I can talk about this. We went in a whole hot tub, had fun. Then I went into an elevator and had some more fun. Listen, first off, I will never leave my children in a hotel by themselves. No, because of what I've done in a hotel. So I don't know where my friends were. Let's be perfectly honest. We got in a car with them because we wanted to play beer pong. So got in a car to go to Piggly Wiggly.
Those still exist?
We were down south.
Okay, yes.
And it was a couple years ago. Piggly Wiggly. Couple. Got beer pongs. Got pong balls. We already had the beer. Don't do it. Play beer pong. We all got nice and lavishly tipsy. And then we all kind of just went our separate ways. We had picked our guys. We knew who we were going. My guy's name was Chase. He was lovely. Nope, his name was Chance. His last name was an S. Listen, it was a long time ago. I remember his name now that I think about it. We went our separate ways. He had the right length. He knew how to use his length.
Hey!
That was the thing, right? When you know how to use your length, it can be that it's a huge ass schlong, which is not going into me.
And you may not know how to use it just because it's like,
it's long
doofy and you don't know what to do with it, and that's the worst.
I'd have one of those. Ugh. Or it's small, right?
But you know exactly how to work it so that it can work to your advantage. Right. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're working that, but you know how to work other ways to pleasure.
Right. It's just that maybe it's a tiny, and that's okay, but you know how to use your tongue.
Right.
Your fingers.
Right.
You know how to hit G-spots properly.
Right. Or arouse in other places. Like
So
touch.
many things.
If that person enjoys touch.
You have to figure out what that person is, right?
Yeah.
Or what that person likes, which is hard when it's
a one time,
one and done.
I've only had one.
Oh. So
I'm okay with that though.
Yeah, sure. I'm happy for that for you because of who you are,
right,
and how you were attracted to a person,
right.
So I'm definitely the person where, until my husband, I was definitely like, yeah, we can have sex. Okay, yeah, I'm done with you.
But
bye.
And that's the age of exploration that you should have.
I had an age of exploration. It was a lovely age.
Yeah,
and I was definitely at the point too where there were multiple people, and I would be very honest with them and be like, listen, I'm dating you, but I don't know if we're gonna have sex. Or I'm dating you, but I'm having relationships with other people. Are you okay with that? You're not? That's fine. Okay, we don't gotta do nothing. We don't gotta talk. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you wherever I met you. I'll see you later.
I think I was just conscious. Like I kept 3 at a time. But maybe only one was the one that was actually fulfillment growing up.
I love that.
I shouldn't say growing up. When I was at the age where I could do what I wanted to. One what?
How did I get a whole hair in my
it
journey?
Would be your hair though, wouldn't it?
It is my hair.
Oh boy.
I can't reach it. Keep talking.
Not on camera.
I'm fingering the cup. You see what I did there?
But yeah, one was for dates, and you didn't get anything out of me. Another one was, you up? And then another one, I see it. And then the other one was, at the time I didn't have a vehicle. Like, hey, I need a ride to work, or can you pick me up? My mom's not available to pick me up, kind of situation.
I had those.
Yeah, and that's how I felt you should have kept them at the time.
So I feel like when I was growing up, at the time that it was appropriate for me to be doing these things.
Rightfully so.
I think that my mindset was, my mindset was that I was just going to use and abuse because that's what I saw in my childhood.
Okay. So
I was like, well, she do it, why don't I do it?
Right.
So I did it, and I said, listen, if people can go around and break vows, and if people can go around and not be married, and all those things that come from my culture, or not my culture, but from my childhood specifically, sex ain't that important in my mind at that age.
Got it.
And I never had the conversation about it either. So in my mind, sex was a tool to further whatever I wanted in my life.
Interesting.
Sex was a tool that, I need a ride. Well, I'm gonna get some while I get a ride.
I can understand that.
Sex was, I want some dinner. Well, let me have 2 dinners.
It was like a
it was a cherry on top of whatever I was doing.
Right.
It was an act of
going I need this from you. I'll give you this in
it was quid pro quo, right?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And I was like, listen, that's fine with me, as long as we were safe, which I was very adamant about.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I grew up and I was able to have my own insurance, which I had very quickly at the age of 18, I had my own insurance. I got tested every 3 months. I was so adamant about that. I was like, just hearing stories and seeing about people.
It's scary.
I was like, yeah, that ain't going to be me.
I'm
not getting caught, but I'm going to have a good time.
Right.
Was my whole idea.
I think I had more fun than people think.
Tell me about your fun.
So,
wait. Tell me the weirdest place you think you had sex.
Ooh.
I told you mine.
I don't remember.
An elevator.
You did. Just say that. She literally
I just said that. I live in Wales. It was weird. Airplane.
You're in the Mile High Club?
It's like, it was oral.
Still?
Yes.
Okay. You know how long it took me to know that reference? It took me a while to understand what Mile High meant.
Yeah, we were Mile High.
I didn't know what that meant.
Miles high. Okay.
The weirdest place. Ooh.
Listen, think if I have any more.
I don't know the weirdest place, but I know I got caught.
Please tell me this story. Who did you get caught by? Please tell me this story.
There was this guy I was talking to.
Love it. Hey, boo boo.
I think it was I still in college or in high school? No, it was in college. I was in college.
Hey, boo boo.
And this is when the Maximas were like they remodeled them and everybody had them.
Yes.
So he had one of the new ones, and there's like this state park that has like a lake.
Yep. Okay. Keep telling me the story. I'm so intrigued.
So we pulled over to the side.
Of course you did.
Know, things got
a little frisky.
And then we heard tap, tap, tap.
It was a whole cop, a state trooper.
Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am.
You guys are going to have to move it
Sir.
along. You guys are going to have to move it along. Because we could have got arrested for that.
Yes, it's public, whatever. I don't remember. Indecent exposure.
Yes, thank you. I wasn't exposed.
It don't matter.
Just my bottom half.
Indecent exposure.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you can take me home now.
I don't think I've ever had that experience. I'm going to say no. If I think about it, I'll let you know.
But I can't think of the weirdest place, but that was definitely a moment.
That's definitely a moment. No, you're never going to forget that.
No.
As obviously you can tell.
No. I did have one where I had to fake it.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sorry. Then I never talked to him again.
He was nice. He was a really nice guy.
It don't matter.
I was just like, what is going on here? And this is why I say thrusting is not it.
Oh, he was a thruster.
He was a thruster.
Listen, you can thrust, but
he was a small thruster.
Yeah, you can't thrust.
So you're not thrusting anything when you're small.
Like he's doing this to you.
Yeah. And he was very adamant about
poor baby
not doing oral. So you not doing it, I'm not doing it.
Oh, for sure. Listen. I've definitely had some men who's like, yeah, I'm not going down. Neither am I.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we just having sex. All right. And then at the end of that, I guess we done.
Right.
I'll talk to you when I see you.
But he also was my one-timer.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Because he said he wasn't willing to go the extra steps that he needed to go to.
Yeah.
Is he married now?
I have no idea.
Oh, I hope you're married now. And you found someone that you're willing to go down on. So that they can go down on you. Yeah. And your idiot.
I have tried some things. Within what I was comfortable with.
Okay.
There's some things I was not willing to do.
No. I would like to remain vanilla.
Yes. Vanilla with a little bit of sprinkle.
Yeah, no, vanilla. Wait.
And by a little bit of sprinkle, I mean, like, I can do a quick role play.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay.
I won't do others.
Yeah, I won't add anyone else into the mix. I'm that vanilla. Not judging anyone if they do.
No.
It's just not my thing.
I think that I can add anybody because I'd be like, why are you getting attention? I'm not getting attention. It's the Aries in us.
Yeah.
It's one of those where like, nah.
Or I can do it better. It'll turn into a competition.
It would be. And I'd be like, no, this is not what this is needed. What I've come to find out about myself as I've gotten older and I've let down boundaries and vulnerabilities with my person, I've really come to realize that I'm in control the whole part of my whole life. I hate controlling in the bedroom. I hate it with passion.
But that's how a lot of women are. If you look up statistically,
we hate
women who control every other aspect of their life
don't like to control.
Do not like to be the person who controls in the bedroom.
I don't. I'll do it if I need to, but I don't want to. I want someone, and by someone I mean Ibrahim, to say, "Lay down." He can call me a bitch. Fine, lay down, bitch. Like in that moment, you absolutely can call me a bitch. Sure, I'll lay down.
Because I'm gonna roleplay that.
I will for sure. What you want me to do? Lay down? Okay. Spread your legs? Sure. What else you want me to do? Yep, I'll do it too. Whatever. In that moment, yeah, I'll be a supple little bunny. Sure. Absolutely. And it doesn't help that I'm also flexible. Ibrahim learned the hard way how flexible I was. Hard, good way, I guess.
Okay.
We were doing something and my legs went open. So now, typically, if your legs go open and you're a shadow, some women can't just shoom.
Right.
Yeah, my legs went shoom. And he looked at my legs and looked at me and was just like, oh, yeah, okay, I like this. I vividly remember he had a whole pause and his brain
he was trying to connect the pieces in the dots. Like, did that just happen for me?
Right. And it was just like his brain like paused, realized it was like, all right, this bitch a dancer. All right, grab a leg. Can I reach the other? All right. It was that moment.
I love it.
It was just like, yeah, I got it. Let's go. I said, let's go.
So I learned, okay, so I made Andre wait a while, right?
Okay.
But when I finally did, don't judge me. I used to read Cosmo.
Oh,
Cosmopolitan.
yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. And they have a sex ed piece, right? That they put in every month. And so I'd go and look for tips and tricks. And there's 2 tricks that I learned.
Hey, what are the tricks?
One trick that I learned was the very first time he and I decided to do something. I think I kind of in my head, I think I threw him off.
Thank you.
Right? And arousal
in a good way.
Yes, in a good way. Okay. Just so you guys know, I'm going to put this caveat before I continue. You can orgasm without having to be physically penetrated. And I'm not talking about just oral sex.
Okay.
If the person in you align enough and there is sexual chemistry that is in tune, you can find that happy ending without having to physically touch. And I'm not talking about massage either.
Okay.
So the first time, and I told him this like years later, he was like, really? That happened? I'm like, yes, it did. Right?
I was happy.
Right? The first time I made him wait. When I say I made him wait for a lot of things.
What? You made him wait for how long? For the cookie?
Well, first of all, I made him wait to kiss me.
Okay. How long?
Like a month.
Okay.
Okay. And when we finally kissed, I guess it was just bubbling for so long. For lack of a better term, I creamed.
I love that for you.
It was just a kiss.
But that means it was a good ass kiss too.
Right.
There was
it was hot, it was heavy, it was long overdue. And I say that to bring to the next point, right? Okay. So when we finally jump to the next part of wanting to do something, the Cosmopolitan magazine taught me 2 tricks that I still do to this day.
Not you still do.
I still do.
Tell me
every now and then, but I throw it off, right? Like
you can't do it every time.
Can't do it every time because then there's no fun in it.
Right.
So the first one is, and I'm pretty sure some of you have done this already, but for me and my young mind, was putting a condom on with just my mouth.
Never. Okay. I don't like the taste of it, so absolutely.
Yeah, no, and that only happened like twice.
Absolutely.
Because after that, I was like, this is not it.
This don't taste good. Ugh.
This ain't it.
And even when they have the flavored ones, take it away from me. Okay, sorry.
Right. And then that had to do with size, but that's another story. Yes. Okay. And then, so the way it's explained, I have to play it in my head for it to make sense.
Okay, I'm waiting.
So straddled on, facing him, you on top.
Stop. Too fast. Straddle on, facing him. I'm on top.
Okay. So I'm looking at him.
Okay.
He's looking at me, but he is beneath.
Okay.
And you turn. Without ever getting off.
Yeah.
That was those are tricks. Again, I was like, learning these things. Like,
yeah. Okay.
This is fun.
This is fun.
So both times doing that, it was like for him, because I don't think he's ever experienced it with anyone else, because the reaction I got was like, damn, where'd you learn that?
How this work? How you do that at?
Yeah.
Where they do that at?
Yeah. So every now and then I like to do some things that are, and as you should, because
you gotta keep it
after a while it becomes mundane.
It does. And it can't be. It's supposed to be fun for everybody.
Okay. So every now and then, I get it. Like when I watch these, and I guess because we've been married for so long, we watch these shows and I'm like, oh, now I get why they're like, let's do something to spice it up.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, when you've been with someone for 10 plus years.
Right. Thank you for not saying that out loud. Because I don't like to hear it out loud. Go ahead.
I don't know how long you've been together.
Oh.
I'm thinking about me and Ibrahim.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm going to think about this. Oh, I do know. Yeah. Okay. 10 plus years.
Yes.
Right. It can be because you've been with the same person.
Right. And it's like, okay, we do this all the time.
Right. This is nice. Like you get what you need to get, but sometimes it needs to be different.
And it can't be like that all the time, especially when you are running a household with kids. Sometimes it's got to be as quick as possible, just to be able to say, okay, we connected. But then it's like yeah, we connected. And it was like, bing, bang, boom, we're done.
We're done.
And then there's other times it was like, there's no one here. Let's take advantage of it.
That part.
So there's different levels, different types.
You always have to create the time. Create the time, create the energy, create the effort.
Right.
I mean, for us, it's always hard because he's never home. I'm never home. I think if we're home, he came home last night at 1:00.
Oh.
And he was out the door by 5:30.
Yeah, did he sleep?
I don't know. I think he came to bed. So like I didn't go to sleep until 12-ish.
Oh, so last time you were starting to get around when he came.
Right. So I honestly don't know when he got home. I had to check the camera to see when he came home.
Oh boy.
Because I literally woke up this morning and I was like, did my husband go to bed? Did my husband come home? I was like, wait a minute. I feel like in my dream he talked to me. But was it a dream? Like we definitely have those nights.
Yeah.
I don't know when he comes home. And then when I wake up, he's for sure fucking gone. Where the fuck did you go?
Right. You're like and the similar situation where he used to work overnight, so it would be 2 shifts passing in the night. But now he works days, but he leaves before me, comes home before me. But by the time I come home, it's nighttime. So like
kids sleep.
Right, kids are fed, everyone's winding down, getting ready to go to bed, and I'm still wired because I need to now settle myself to go to sleep. So like
it's harder.
It's hard.
It's always hard finding those times to have the intimacy. For me especially, I've come to find out that I've gained weight since he was 18 when I first met Ibrahim versus now.
Right.
So I need to find the intimacy different from when it was when I was 18. That's crazy to think that I knew when I was 18. That's wild. That's disgusting. Sorry. I love him very dearly.
Shut moment.
I did. But yeah, so like finding the intimacy now, and then finding the intimacy is always different from when it was back then, right? Back then, it was definitely one of those where like,
quick, bang, boom, let's go.
Right, because it was like I needed to get off, and I don't care if we cuddle afterwards. I don't care if we hold hands. I gotta go. I actually got someplace to be. I could have been meeting somebody else, right? I got someplace else to go. I gotta leave. Now it's like, well, I'm stuck with you in a lovely way, but I'm stuck with you. You are the end all be all at this point,
right? So
now the intimacy is like, oh well, I do want to hold hands and I do want to cuddle,
yeah,
but maybe I don't want to have sex sometimes. Sometimes I just want to be held.
That's the hard part, right?
Because he wants to have sex.
Where I do appreciate that he is making a more valiant effort to be affectionate, but because of so many years of me reading his idea of affection as this is the starter to my foreplay. Okay. When he's trying to do it, it's just like
this is the starter. I
tense up because like I don't want nothing more than this.
I just want to be held.
Right. And then he feels some kind of way because he's like, why are you pushing me away? And it's like, I'm not pushing you away. I just don't want it to be more than what this is, and I just want you to hold me.
Right.
That's all I want.
And I want this to be obvious, and I want to be honest that I just want to be held in this moment.
Right.
Tomorrow's a different day.
Right.
But today, can I just have cuddles?
Right. Because I'm tired. I don't have the energy, but I do want to be held.
Right. And like my brain isn't there. If my brain has to be there, it doesn't. So let's rephrase. My brain has to be awake. It doesn't necessarily have to be there if you can get me there.
Right.
But my brain has to be awake and not feeling fatigued, which is very different than what it used to be. I want to go back to when I didn't have this mental fatigue in my brain because I was a whole different human.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
I don't think I didn't sleep. I was very happy. Oh, I was very happy. There was this one boy, awful human, lovely human, but he just wouldn't come. Oh my God.
Oh, and then you go dry.
And then because now I'm tired and I don't want to play with you no more.
Yeah.
And I don't want to play these games.
And this hurts. This is not pleasurable anymore.
So we stopped seeing each other after that. We were going nice and hot and heavy. It was summertime. So we went down. He came up to me. I went down to him often. Because I wanted some and he wanted some. And we were fine with that. He was very attractive. Oh, and he had the deep wine. He was lovely to look at. Okay. And then after that one time, I don't want to talk to you no more.
Because what is going on here?
I was going to ask, Sorry, I got distracted.
It's okay. I know I have noticed, but have you noticed?
Okay.
You mentioned that who you were when you're 18 and who you're now in terms of your body shape and size, whatever, and fullness. Do you find he's more handsy now than he was then?
Yes. And I don't know why.
I'm like so insecure.
I'm so
in
insecure.
My thickness,
everything.
In my post-mommy body.
Yo.
And I feel like he's more handsy because I have a post-mommy body. I don't. So can you guys tell me why?
Can you explain it? Because I don't. So
because I'm really feeling self-conscious. Like I'm like, and I'll tell him that like I don't even do I have a headache or like I don't feel sexy right now.
Yep, I've done that. And he's like, "You're sexy as fuck."
And I don't get. I know. No. I mean, I know you are, but I don't see what they see.
I understand what you're saying. I don't see what they're seeing, especially in those vulnerable moments where you're just like, you feel bloated maybe, or whatever it could be. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, what are you seeing? And I don't get what you're seeing. And he's told me multiple times, I wish you could just see what I see and just accept the fact that I think you're sexy as fuck.
Copy paste.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So for you, here's my thinking behind him and his thoughts. Okay. My thinking is that he sees you as the bearer of his children. No? Is that what that is?
He said it. But I think that it's one of those things where he's obligated to say it to make me feel a certain way because I am
the bearer of his children. But I think that I definitely feel, you know how men are. I don't. But you know how men are.
Hold that thought. I am thankful though. That's not. I don't know what the word is. I am knocking on wood. I am thankful though. I don't necessarily have tiger marks.
I don't know if that is either.
Stretch marks. Oh. I have, but not like how most women do.
Because of the belly?
I didn't stretch as much, so I don't have like those deep. And then I know. For some men, that's a turn on. For some men, having those tiger marks is a turn on. I don't
really.
Mm-hmm, I don't have that.
So I want you to know. I feel like I didn't need to know that information.
What do you mean?
So you're telling me that they don't go away?
No.
I obviously have no children. Excuse me? Let's go back to talking about sex. And let's go back to talking about sex safely. Safe sex is great sex.
It is.
They don't go away. So I want you to, in my brain,
stretch marks go away.
They fade. And they're not as noticeable.
It depends on your body and your skin.
Okay. Let's talk about sex again.
Okay.
So yes, I have noticed that since I've gotten older and
I'm more handsy.
Or maybe he's always been handsy. I just never noticed when I was younger. Because I was handsy too.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because so now I will say that I'm not as handsy because I don't feel as secure in my body as he's foreseeing me see the way that whatever he's seeing.
Correct.
So back then I had a different goal, right? Back then it was, we having sex.
Right.
Because I need to go somewhere.
Right.
Or we having sex because I want to watch this movie.
Right. Or let's have a quickie and keep it moving.
Right.
And now it's not this, the day-to-day of what we do is different.
Yeah, there is no quick quickie. I mean, there is, but it's like, I'll see you later. So maybe I can get it then. Like, there's the opportunity for me to get it now is more often than what it was back then because he was with his parents. I was with my parents. I had a job that I really had to get to. Like, something was always just there. And I carved out 4 hours for us to hang out. In those 4 hours, I'm getting some. Where now it's, I see you 24 hours. Like, we live together. I wake up with you. It's different. I feel like the urgency.
Because you have it accessible to you. You're not craving it the same way.
Yes. Accessibility. Absolutely. Maybe that's what it is. The accessibility makes it different.
Yeah. But I want to go back to the fact that this is why I said for women, mentally and emotionally, sex is a big part of it. We both said the same thing without even knowing that we were experiencing the same thing.
We did.
And we're at different levels where I'm talking about post-mommy baby body.
I'm talking about post-dance body.
Right. And so this is what I'm saying. Like, it's more than just the physical act. it has so many different components that lead you there to make you feel sexy, to make you feel like, okay, this is it. It's going to be bomb. He's going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy him. It takes a lot to get you to that point. And then sometimes, no, sometimes you're just like, like a cat in heat. Like, oh my God, there are days where I'm just like, I'm a cat in heat. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a headset for me. There are days,
but more days, if not, it's a matter of, am I in the right headspace to do this?
Okay.
And men think it's women pushing them off.
No,
it's not.
It's me trying to get my brain wave in the wave that it needs to be on.
Correct.
Okay, so I have a question. Mm-hmm. You read smut?
Oh, I love me some. Oh, definitely like cat and heat.
So that has me cat and heat moments of smut. So now I always think about, you know how they're on Instagram and TikTok and they're like the book boyfriend movements and they're like grab the hand, push above, the door jam. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
So I always wonder if that was done to me, if I would react the same way as the book people do in real life.
It's happened.
Okay.
But it's not like an everyday thing.
No, it can't be.
But it's happened. And it's like, yeah, kind of like sometimes I don't want to be the person in control.
I never want to be the person in control.
And
do you like being the person in control?
No, but if it's not going the way I want to, I will definitely let you know.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Ibrahim controls, and he's very happy.
No,
he's very happy.
If I'm not comfortable and there's something that needs to be adjusted, I will let you know. And I don't want to do it in a way to be like, I'm woman. You gotta listen to what I gotta. Right, exactly. It's like, this is not working. It's not working.
I see what you're saying. I'll move my body. Like, I won't say anything. If something's not working, I'll like twist my body a certain way.
Yeah, I start off that way.
And then
if you're not catching the hint, then I have to say something.
Oh, Ibrahim will typically catch the hint. I will say that he's very in tune. And I do appreciate that he's very in tune in the sense that he wants to make sure that I'm done before he's done.
Okay. Yes.
I will say though that there are moments where I'm like, nah, we're not playing this game. I'm fucking around and you're going first because I want to go first. I want you to go first just to fuck around with you.
I want to have you undone. Yes.
Right. He hates that. He loves it and hates it all at the same time. And I'm just like, it's the Aries in me. Like, no, why am I always going first? Let's fuck around.
Well, it is a form of being a gentleman.
It is.
But as a woman, sometimes you just want to know you can unravel your man.
Yo, and it's just a good feeling. And then he's just like, well, fuck. I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll talk later. I love you. Bye.
But you know they sit in their feelings, right?
No, then
they sit in
their feelings. Yo, he comes back when the next time. Sit in
their feelings like, that wasn't fair. You didn't let me.
Yep.
Sir, it's okay.
It's okay. It is. Because maybe I just wanted you to feel good for that moment because you were going through something.
Not me looking at the color.
I wanted you to know I can't. I'm like, wait a minute. You said, wait, what is going on here? So it's definitely one of those where it's like, maybe you needed it. I wanted to help you out. That's it.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate the next time that rolls around and he's like, lay the fuck down.
What did I watch? I read something. No, I read something. And it was like a woman hearing a man
orgasm
spew a series of litany words is orgasmic. It is.
What did you just say? Say it again.
A woman hearing a man in that moment.
Yep.
Spew a litany of words is orgasmic.
It is.
It is very orgasmic. Because so they act like they only want to hear us, but not realizing that us hearing them,
I love
like a man moan or say "oh f." I'm being polite, guys.
Oh fuck. Because I was.
Oh shit.
Oh the oh.
Oh damn or damn baby, whatever they're spewing.
I love when my name comes out. He's like, oh fuck, Nikita. I'm like, yes. Say it again. Thank you.
Question.
Answer.
Talk dirty or don't talk dirty?
So, I feel like I can't talk dirty. I just feel like I don't know what to say.
Right. I don't want to hear it.
You can talk it to me. Because I read it. So when I read it, I'm like, oh, that's nice. Yeah. Again, lay down, bitch. Absolutely.
Right. But when you read it, I think you go into fantasy of how you think you want it to be heard.
Oh, and it's not being fantasized in real life the way you want it to be heard.
Right. So like in real life, that does nothing for me. And maybe it's because I'm expecting something different.
I think you're expecting something.
Not to say that I'm not turned on, but I was expecting a completely different tilt of the voice, or
that's what it is.
Yeah,
you're expecting a different tilt, and you're expecting a different movement of his body.
Yeah,
and it's not playing out in your brain.
Yeah, because this is definitely a book in my imagination, and this is real life, and that's not the same thing.
It is, and I guarantee all the dirty talk that we've heard in the book, and then when you hear it in real life, you've read it somewhere, so now you're going back to when you read it, and you need to be in the moment.
Yeah, yeah. I've definitely have read smut books, and then got out, put the book down, and turn around and be like, "Hey, I've done that. How you doing?
Hey," in the middle of the night.
Yep.
Yeah, I've done that. I'm sorry, I'm not. I've definitely read the scene and I'm like, oh, are you awake? And he's not awake. He's snoring,
right,
happily asleep, and I'm like, wake up. You can lay down, but wake up.
Yep,
I got it.
And then those are those rare moments where I take leave. Like, okay, you're not gonna wake up.
Those are, yes,
I know how to.
Yes, those are those rare moments where I will absolutely take leave. But besides that,
yeah,
I just don't like it.
Thank you for letting me know that I'm not alone in these thoughts.
You're not alone in these thoughts. Absolutely not.
Sometimes I'm like, am I the only crazy vanilla woman in the world? Probably.
No, I'm here with you.
Because I think you add a little cinnamon on top of yours, though. I'm not there yet.
I don't have any cinnamon. I haven't done it with.
I have maybe 3 sprinkles. You got cinnamon and sprinkles.
I haven't done any. Listen, I haven't done anything crazy. It's. I will say it's vagina and dick. I'm very.
No, I'm not saying anything outside of that. I'm saying in terms of the different skill sets of things.
Oh, I mean, maybe back in the day. Now I've calmed down and I'm
you're wholesome.
Yeah,
you're married. I was married
now. Yeah, maybe I should go back to my old days and pull out an elevator scene again. The elevator scene was great.
That would be nice. With him on a date night.
But it has to be the right elevator. That's all of these things matter. This elevator was in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't. It was on the beach, but it was a little motel. It only had 2 floors.
So you really were on the elevator?
I was. It just went up and down. It was an elevator.
Okay.
But it was just only had 2 floors.
And so it didn't. So how much time?
Oh, no. We were in that elevator for a little bit.
Oh, so you locked it down?
Yeah. No one else could come in. But it was 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Nobody better be coming in that elevator at 3 o'clock in the morning. If they were, I'm really sorry.
Ooh, did you take the stairs? Staircase A.
Staircase A. Right. Don't come down my way. Ooh, no. But yeah, nothing crazy. That's not crazy.
Okay. So, one anniversary to keep things spicy. And we're going to end here, right? Or at least I'm going to end here.
Okay.
To keep things spicy. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm at the stage where we're like, what do we do to keep it spicy? I got dressed in front of him intentionally. Okay. No bra, no underwear, and we went out for the day.
I love that.
And he was like, wait, you're what? And I wore a dress.
I love that.
He's like, wait, what? You're not gonna? I'm like, no, sir. No, sir. So can I tell you, I've never had a palm to my ass more than that day.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, yes, he does it from time to time.
No.
But that day
it stayed there.
That day, it was I'm claiming this today.
He put glue on his hand and said, "Shmack is mine."
So, again,
that's
for some people, that might be as basic as girl, we do that all the time. But considering,
I love that for you,
right? Considering that the time frame of us still learning, even though we've been together for some time, different thing. Well, I didn't know you liked that. I was afraid to try it, and so this is where we are now. We're like, well, I've been like that. I've been like that, but why didn't you do it? Because I didn't know.
We didn't know.
So, yeah, I would have been did this. I would have been did this. We didn't know, and maybe that was our fault for not exploring in that capacity. But now it's fun. Because we're exploring it.
Exactly. So now you get to know the little ins and outs of what makes you that's chick.
Yeah, because I've definitely done a lot of things with different people, but I didn't do a lot of things with. So that's why we have made an agreement. A lot of the things that we do now, we are doing them first time together.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I love that though. It's a lot though.
Yeah,
there's only so many things you can do eventually.
which is fine. It makes it interesting.
It does.
A little
cinnamon, a little sprinkle. I love that you said that story. I have a story. My story is not like that.
Oh, okay.
I'm afraid to say my story.
Go ahead.
So Ibrahim and I were out. Was it an anniversary? No. I think we were on vacation somewhere. Maybe this was like our second or third vacation somewhere. And we brought a toy with us. Mm-hmm. So I went to dinner with a whole toy in me.
We'll talk offline. I'm not going to tell everybody my business.
It was fun.
Crazy spot. We were at Sandals.
Okay.
But I lied. It wasn't Sandals. It was Beaches, the family one. And we literally dropped our suitcases, went in the shower, and the cleaning crew was on the outside.
Y'all did it with the cleaning crew inside?
Well, they came in because they didn't hear us. And then when we heard people bustling about, I made sure to let them know that we were in the room.
Oh, did you finish? Okay, just make sure. Yeah, I make sure. Yeah. So they heard nothing.
How you just gonna come in the room like that?
Because they didn't hear enough. But they didn't hear that. First off, no offense, but if I was a cleaning crew and I heard the shower on, I would have left. I'm glad you got yours though. I like that. That is a good crazy spot. People outside,
right?
Causing mischief.
Girl. What is the craziest spot you guys ever done?
Please let us know.
And can you please let us know, female to female, if the arousal is the same as a male to female or male to male?
But how would they know?
We don't know. This is why we're asking them.
Oh, okay, yeah. I would love to know. I'm curious to know if the visualness of how a male sees a woman would be the female sees a man, or a female sees a female. I'm curious. Mm-hmm. It has to be. Because that back.
That's interesting. Something. Clearly there's an arousal and an attraction somehow.
What is it? I want to know. Yes, please let us know. Drop it in the comments. Thank you.
All right.
See you next time.
You was going to say Wispies.
I was going to say Wispies. Don't we normally say see you next time, Wispies?
You want to do it again?
Okay. See you next time, Wispies.
Hey, Wispies. Thank you for joining us for another hard-hitting girl talk. If you have a topic or question for us, send us a whisper at info@wineandwhispersclub.com. That's whispers with an S. See you next time, Wispies.